Maka sighed and focused on her resonance with Sol. Another roar interrupted her, and she saw a dozen minions coming at her. She swung the scythe blade around to destroy most of them, and the ones she hadn't seen, Nathan swooped out of the air to promptly eliminate. "What's the story with the tower?" asked Maka. "Shaula put a force field around Moonface," said Nathan. "It looks like he's controlling all these things." "Shaula's not there?" asked Maka. Nathan shook his head as he caught his breath. "I can't sense her either. It's as if her signature's coming from every single direction." "Want to resonate again?" asked Nathan. "We're supposed to be focusing on charging for a witch hunter attack," Sol interjected. "Witch hunter?" asked Nathan. "It's gonna be cool," said Sol, his grin reflecting in the sheen of his scythe blade. "Where's Sakura?" asked Maka. Nathan shook his head and sighed. Maka scoffed with dismay and rubbed the bridge of her nose. "I knew she shouldn't have come along," she moaned. At that point, Astrid and Zhao Lung appeared around a corner, 2 streets to the north. In hot pursuit was the behemoth, and it was angry. It cleaved through buildings and crushed the asphalt road with its footfalls. Astrid and Zhao Lung leapt over the upturned cars and debris and reached the others before the behemoth emerged around the corner. "Ready with the witch hunter?" asked Astrid. Maka nodded, her eyes focused on the advancing monster. Zhao Lung noticed his girlfriend's absence and inquired. Nathan was about to tell him to go take her home. Suddenly, a soft ping echoed through the streets, and one of the behemoth's arms exploded. It howled in pain, and with its good arm it lunged for the thing that had attacked it. That winged pink blur shot southward. It flew over their heads and landed on an upturned car behind them. "Sakura!" exclaimed Zhao Lung. "Are you all right?" "Definitely," replied Sakura. She glanced at Nathan with a grateful nod, and then looked expectantly at Maka. The blonde smiled, and then turned to the behemoth. The monster broke into a run. When it was 2 buildings away, Sakura unleashed Gale on its legs, tripping it. It hit the ground hard and slid the rest of the way, uprooting the road like paper mache. Maka stepped forward, her mind honed to the deadliest edge. Sol's reflection looked outward from the scythe blade and winked at the rest of the group. "You're about to see a real Sol resonance," he said. Then he and Maka let out a unified roar. His blade turned silvery blue and grew to over 10 times its normal size. The light mesmerized every onlooker, who gasped as Maka brought the gargantuan blade down right through the behemoth's head. The monster's body curled upward, spurred by its lingering momentum, until its neck snapped and its body completely detached from its immobilized head. It landed with a crash behind the group, disintegrating in an unceremonious puff of smoke. Sol assumed his human form and stretched, while Maka stood tall. Nathan, Astrid, Zhao Lung, and Sakura marched forward and stood in formation. Moonface was frustrated, and his minions expressed that aggravation with a ruckus of howls and shrieks. They stomped and champed at the 6 heroes, who just stared back at them, their weapons cocked and ready for battle.